What's up? My name is SmokeyDukems, and welcome to a Campfire story time. This is my first time doing a story time. I have plenty of stories to come, but this is how it's going to be laid out from now on and here on out. Thank y'all for tuning in, and this first episode is going to be nothing other than my first time doing lemon TEK. I did 4.5, and with lemon TEK. So it says that it doubles the dosage whenever you do lemon TEK. And let me tell you, it definitely felt like a 9-gram trip. Let me back up a little bit too. Let's go and get this little lit up onto a fire right here. Oh, I don't want to catch my hair on fire, just kidding. All right, so what we're smoking on here is some Cadillac Rainbows. My first time trying lemon TEK, it was a 4.5, and yeah, I should have done a little bit more research into it whenever I was trying, but I didn't. I just jumped straight into the experiment, and these definitely got crazy. The trip, here, let's back this bag up too a little bit so it don't catch on fire. So my first time trying lemon TEK, it was a 4.5. I should have done a little bit more research into it, but I didn't. I just wanted an experiment. I have taken mushrooms about 7 or 8 times in the past. I have relatively started about 2 years ago, and I take them every 2 to 3 times a year, just basically for a reset. So, a heroic dose is primarily consists of a very high dose, a trip dose, or what you would want for an average dose, I guess, from what I've been looking it up, is a 3.5. So with lemon TEK, it doubles your dose from what I've read, from the research I've done, and so it ramped mine up to basically 9 grams. I'm not sure if I did too much lemon juice or what happened, but I got really super nauseous. Now in my previous video under this one, I sit there and I go through the steps of what the lemon TEK is, how to lemon TEK. It was my first time ever lemon TEKing, so I wanted to walk through it with y'all. And whenever I did, I just ground up the mushrooms. Excuse me, I weighed out the 4.5. Then I ground up the mushrooms just in a regular grinder. And then I didn't turn it to dust or nothing. Then I proceeded to take about 5 lemons, cut them up, and squeeze every single one of the lemons into it. I used fresh lemon juice, but I didn't wait no time after I stirred it up or anything like that. And I don't know if I used too much lemon juice in it or if I didn't wait long enough to drink it, but I immediately drank it. And let me tell you, the nausea, first of all, was out of this world. I read over and over, like, this is a good way to, get away from nausea or get around the nausea. A lot of psychonauts stated this, and so I guess I don't know what I was expecting, but the nausea that hit me, I didn't expect. One of the first things that had happened was I started looking around and I could see the fingers and everything. If you trip already, you know what I'm talking about. I could see the fingers coming around and I could feel it in my body and everything coming, the little itch. And then out of nowhere, I start getting hot flashes. I start sweating. I start getting cold and I was freezing. And I felt like I was almost like a body high at that point. And this is 30 minutes into it. I took them around maybe 5:30, 6 o'clock. 30 minutes into it, it's kicking in, like lemon TEK had said. That little bit of research that I did do, it said that it will kick in faster. Well, that it did. It definitely kicked in faster. I looked at the blanket that's hanging up. Man, this fire is getting a little toasty. I looked at the fire. Sorry. I looked at the blanket that's covering up our doorway, and I could see geometric patterns and swirls starting to happen all over it. And I could feel it, I could see it, I could feel it. And so I was sitting there, I walk into the kitchen, my wife is cooking, she's gonna be my trip sitter. And I'm letting her know, hey, it's starting to hit me, hell yeah, it's starting to hit me. I walk back into the bedroom. I lay down for a second, but then I'm getting real sick, more and more sick. And so I get up and I walk back into the kitchen. And I don't know if y'all have ever seen an anime, but it's like how the smoke will just be stagnant and it won't like evaporate. It just stays there hovering, basically, in an anime when someone's cooking in a kitchen and whatever. And it like, that's what the smoke was doing whenever she was off the pot of whatever she was cooking, off the pot of pot of stove. And like, I look at her, I'm like, baby, please, you gotta eat in here. Like, I was like, I don't even want no food around me right now. Like, no food, no nothing. I was so nauseous. And if you know any reasoning as to why, drop that down in the comments, please. Because I did do the lemon TEK, and I still got super nauseous. But anyway, so I walk outside right after that, after I tell her this, and I sit there, and I look down at the ground, and as I go to throw up, like, I mean, I immediately start throwing up. Like, it's not as I go to throw up. I immediately start throwing up. But whenever I'm throwing up, I can't see the throw up. Like, it's weird to explain. Like, as soon as it was coming out of my mouth, but it was dark, so I couldn't see nothing. And then whenever it hit the ground, it was like it was smoke itself and evaporating into the air. So there wasn't nothing hitting the ground. It wasn't, like, literally nothing. And after all of this started happening and everything, let's put some more onto the fire. Yeah, as I'm throwing up, I'm still getting hot and sweaty, so I start coming out of my clothes. I basically get butt naked. Like, I pull off my pants, I pull off my shirt, everything. And then I start freezing. The freezing part that I was telling y'all. Man, as bad as that started getting, like, I had to go into the bedroom. And I just told my wife, hey, I'm just going to go in here and lay down. So I walked in there and I laid down. I got into the fetal position. I pulled up Nate shot, watched him. It kind of like kept me grounded, like, to the world, I guess, for the next 2 hours. Because I was basically floating in and out of consciousness. It's hard for me to explain because, I mean, I was getting the visuals, the crazy visuals, but, like, I was so nauseous, it made the trip, like, really fucking horrible. Or I guess my body feel really horrible, so I went and I just laid in the fetal position, watching Nate Shot play Call of Duty. Or not really even watching, I just listened. And I would have my eyes closed, but I wouldn't know if my eyes were open or closed. Like, I would close them, and then I would open them again, and I was like, well, did I have my eyes closed, or did I? And as I'm doing this for this next 2 hours, I could see the air currents, like, forming around, like, I don't know how to explain it, like, except, like, if you look at an aerial view of the ocean, you can see the ocean currents and stuff. I could see the little, like air currents in the air, like, and I like, it got 2 hours through. I kept opening my eyes, closing my eyes. I was going through, like, I guess the out-of-body experience, not knowing what the fuck was reality, honestly. And after I got to around the 3 hour mark, I started, I mean, it just basically kind of stopped. And once it stopped, I mean, I asked my wife, the first thing, I was like, can I have some chocolate milk? She got me some chocolate milk, and I was telling her about it, and one of the first things I said I was cooking so hard that I probably could have leaned over and smelled her and watched her scent come up off of her body. Like, it's so hard to explain, and the visuals. But all in all, I will have some more. I will be doing it again. I'm going to do a lot more research into it. Figure out what's the proper dose for me, what I need to do to get around that nausea. Because if I could get over that, man, that would be a top tier trip. But I don't know if it was a bad trip for me or if it was just a nausea. And the body high, like, I felt super drunk and, like, weird. And yeah, I don't know. But I know that I'm going to be doing some more bushcraft camping videos. It's starting to get cold. I don't know how I'm going to do in that. But y'all are my homies. So y'all going to be coming along with me. So we're all going to figure out together if we like the cold and camping. Do a lot more bushcraft story times around the fire. Be sure to drop a like, comment down below. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. It really helps out the channel and helps me grow, helps us all become more and more of a family with a bigger family with more homies. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, like that trip, I want to go through another intense trip just without the nausea. On camping trips, I will be doing more shrooms, more than likely, but I would be smoking, of course, in every video. My hiking videos and everything, I won't really do any kind of reviews because I'm trying to squeeze around the age restrictions, as you know. I have one strike right now because I posted a lemon take video. I don't know. I'm not going to go into detail about all that right now. It's done. But, yeah, it's just, I'm excited for the future of this channel. I'm excited for the story time. I have some crazy story times. I was locked up for 4 years. I did a bunch of Benadryl for like 25 at a time. I got a bunch of crazy trip stories about that. And just drop it down in the comments what y'all would like to hear. If y'all have ever tripped, let me know what y'all's craziest trip. If y'all have had bad trips, hey, this massive bong rip. I got some wax in here too. I'm gonna drop a little wax ball into there. Do a cheers bong rip to get on out of this story time and to be able to get out of this rain. I just wanted to come out here and hang out with y'all. I recorded this video already once, and for some reason, the files got corrupted whenever it was rendering or exporting or whatever. I don't know. I'm just trying to make videos and edit. I love this shit. I want to make more homies. Love y'all. Thank y'all for watching. Here we go.
Perfect.
I'm not sure the strain of the wax at all. I just know that I got a quarter of it. Happy with it. No problem. No complaints on my behalf. Thank y'all again for watching. Until the next story time around the campfire. Or we'll be out in the woods camping ourselves. Cheers, my friends.